It's been a year since the federal government committed to take 12,000 refugees from Syria and Iraq, but so far just 3,500 have been settled in Australia. Welfare agencies and refugee advocates are condemning the slow pace of resettlement. But the government says security checks on the new arrivals must be thorough and it won't compromise the safety of the community. Political reporter Tom Iggulden has more from Canberra.
Today's the anniversary of one of former Prime Minister Tony Abbott's last acts, the announcement that an extra 12,000 refugees fleeing war would be accepted for resettlement in Australia on compassionate grounds. A year on, just over a quarter of that number have been settled. Not good enough, says Tim Costello, CEO of World Vision.
We expected they should all be here. Canada in that time have taken in 30,000. This is very puzzling and very slow.
The decision was taken following worldwide despair at the fate of 3-year-old Alan Kurdi, a refugee boy who died trying to escape to Europe. Photographs of his body washed up on a Turkish beach became the defining image of the refugee crisis. The Immigration Minister Peter Dutton says Australians should be proud of what their country is doing to help ease that crisis.
I think we should concentrate on the positive of allowing those people a new opportunity in life, and I know they're very grateful for that.
Well, doing just that, can you commit to a firm deadline for the remainder of that 12,000 to be settled here?
No, Tom, I've been very clear that my priority is to make sure that I never compromise the security of our country.
Tim Costello says that doesn't explain why other countries have been able to process more security checks in the same period of time.
You can't tell me that the Canadians can take 30,000 welcomed by their Prime Minister Trudeau because somehow they don't have security issues and we do in doing the proper checks.
Canada, like Australia, is a member of what's known as the Five Eyes group of countries who share security intelligence, much of it gathered by the United States, including background information on foreign citizens. Peter Dutton again.
Other countries, including Canada, the United States and France and elsewhere, will be relying on the same databases and asking the same of countries like the United States to check names.
Why was Canada then able to process 30,000 if they're relying on basically the same information from the Five Eyes group?
Well, Canada has a very different approach to the security checks that they're conducting, and the scrutiny that we apply is greater than Canada. There's no question about that.
Why is that?
Well, because we want to make sure that we aren't bringing people into our country that would seek to do us harm. I want to make sure that we are.
Is there a suggestion here? Is there a suggestion here that perhaps in that 30,000 that have gone to Canada, there are potentially people who could be dangerous?
I don't have any comment to make in relation to the Canada program because I just don't have the detail about the Canada program.
Immigration Minister Peter Dutton ending Tom Iggulden's report.